in Moncton, New Brunswick. We're at the New Brunswick Under 21 Men's and Ladies Curling Championships. Just getting started here with the Samantha Crook team. First shot. They are throwing yellow rocks, and they're playing against the Erica Cluff team. They'll be throwing the blue rocks. I'm here with, my name is Bill Justison, and I'm here with my wife Carol, and we'll be giving you the information as this game goes along. First rock of the game is just in the back of the house from the Crook team. So the first lead rock by Kayla Russell, the Crook team. And we got a roll over to the right-hand side of the house. Crook team, second stone, Molly Ward is now going to shoot and make a straight attempt at taking that blue rock out. These two teams played yesterday, and the first couple ends of the game were very up and down the sheet of ice and didn't have a lot of rocks in play until the last half of the game. Straight takeout. Stayed in the house on the left-hand side at the back of the house. So I'm assuming that the Cluff team will take that out, keep the back of the house open. Rachel Brewer is now throwing. She's in blue rocks. You may hear a bit of background noise here tonight. We have a little change of location. Normally we're upstairs at the Curling Club here at Lockhart Avenue, but due to a function upstairs, we're sitting right among the crowd. So it should be a fun night here for the next couple hours of this game. Again, we had a straight takeout by the Cluff team, and Molly Ward is going to now try and attempt to take that rock out. These two teams played yesterday with the Crook team coming out on top, but it was a very well played game. Looks like this rock might be, oh, it's right on line. Gonna have a good hit here. I'll stick around the center of the back of the house. Back in the biting the back of the 12-foot. We're working with one microphone here tonight, so we'll have to make do. Here comes the Cluff rock. Again, attempting to take the rock out in the back of the house. The strategy here is to keep the back of the house open. Don't want to leave anything around too much for the other team to set a rock against. Molly Ward, the second stone for the Samantha Crook team, is going to shoot now. It's got a wide open house to draw to. She's going to probably try and put it on the top of the house. I think that was the indication by the skip. And folks, you're more than welcome to come down to the 80 Lockhart Avenue site here and watch this live. These athletes are doing a great job. They're all excellent players. We have another game on the ice in the men's section of the Bonspiel, and we'll keep you updated on the score of that game as we go along. They're just in the first end. The Crook team put their rock in the back of the house. I think it's about half and half in the 12-foot. No, right in the back of the house, according to our monitors. And where Deanna McDonald is going to attempt to probably hit and stick here if she can. And the rock looks like it's on its way down. Looks like a nice shot by Deanna. Now for the Crook team. Crook team is from Sackville, by the way, and the Cluff team is out of Woodstock. The Crook team should be used to really, really quick ice. The ice looks great out here. They play at a Sackville Curling Club, which really has normally really fast ice. She's trying a wide open draw to the top of the house again. Seem to be coming into the house a little more than on the top of the house. You can all come out to the club here and watch this curling live. Good athletes here. These guys don't miss very often. Yesterday when we broadcasted this game, there wasn't a lot to talk about the first few ends of the game because nobody missed a shot. Ashley Cormier is now delivering for the Cluff team. Throwing blue rocks here. Looks like she might have turned that rock in just a hair. But it looks like it's going to be okay from our vantage point. And she's sitting just about in the middle of the house biting the button. The Crook team now will try and take that out. The strategy here is if the teams only have so much time to make all their shots in the game. So normally the first couple ends of a game, they're moving along fairly quickly. So this rock's looks like it's right on line to take the blue rock out. That rock rolled over to the 12-foot circle just behind the tee line on the right-hand side as we're looking at it here. The Cluff team is going to attempt to take that out and make the shot a little more difficult for the skip for the Crook team. Looks like she's right on target, Carol. Rolling back into the 8-foot. Samantha Crook will have a wide open shot here. She's hurrying down the ice to every second they can save while they're making their shots at the first of the game gives them more time for decision making at the end of the game. Her mate Julie Hunter has given her about 6 inches of ice there. She'll keep the weight up on this rock and be well under control down the ice. Underway. She may be a little wide with this rock. Looks like it's floated out there on her a little bit, and she slid by the blue rock. This will give the Cluff team an opportunity and a couple of strategies here. You could put one on the other side of the house and try for you 2 points, or try and guard up the blue rock. It's behind the tee line, so my thinking is she might be guarding that rock. We'll see in just a moment when she delivers a stone. She has last rock, so probably a good strategy would be to split the house and go to the other side. Looks like she's going to the left-hand side of the house to try and split the house and get her 2 points that way. Sweepers are on it. Indication down the ice there. Got their heads down and sweeping hard. Rock might be a little bit light. We'll know in a few seconds if she's on the house. Looks like she's in. No problem. And the stones are a long ways apart. She's got a bite of the 8-foot. It'll be a tough double for the Crook team. She's not taking much ice, so it looks like she's going to throw some weight at it here. Hopefully for her, she'll roll over in front of the other blue rock and make the shot for Erica a little tougher. Sweepers are working hard. The ice looks keen here. We're going to try and get a time on one of these rocks. This will be a takeout, so be fairly quickly. Might have been just a few nerves on that first shot, and she tossed it out there a little bit and didn't come back for her. Looks pretty good. She got the hit, Now she just rolled under the other rock, so the Erica Cluff team will have a free draw here for 2 points in the first end. So she's basically going to throw the same shot that she threw the last time, and same weight. Hopefully she'll get her 2 points. The two sweepers, Deanna McDonald and Rachel Brewer, will take this rock down the ice, hopefully put it in the circle for her. Lots of communication from the mate at the other end of the ice. She'll let them know where they are, and they'll tell her how much weight is on the stone. They haven't put a broom to it yet, so. Looks like it's a good shot. Coming in identical to her last shot. So the Erica Cluff team has scored 2 in the first end. That rock has a split time of just over 4 seconds. So that means the ice is really quick here at Curl Moncton tonight. Hopefully the ice will stay in good shape to the end of the game. Yesterday it appeared like it was slowing down just slightly towards the end of the game, but all in all, looked very, very good. Kudos out to the ice making team here. Also want to throw a shout out to our sponsors here. The lead sponsor, title sponsor for this event is Papa John's Pizza, as you can see by the big sign at the other end of the ice. Other sponsors that have contributed are Bob Lee Productions, who always help us here with the decorations and draping at the curling club. Modern Construction has also stepped up and been a sponsor for this event, as well as Shoppers Drug Mart. And also, the whole event is being produced by Bell Alliant TV1. Hats off to them. So in curling, the Cluff team, whoever scores shoots first the next end. So the Cluff team is trying to put one in the house on the button, try and keep the game in the center of the ice. So the Crook team now will probably try and hit that rock and roll one way, one side or the other, and keep the center of the ice open for the end of the end. The lead, Kayla Russell, throwing that shot. Looks like she's right on target. She's got a roll. Whether she's Erica's just swept it out of the circle. So she's going to put another one on the top of the 4 foot here and give Samantha Crook's team another target to shoot at. As I said, we have a bit of a setup change here tonight. We are now broadcasting live from the lounge here at the curling club. There is a function upstairs, so you might hear a bit of background noise, but that's fine. It's better to be in the crowd. Get lots of comments. If you hear the comments in the background, it's probably parents and grandparents and friends and everyone that's come out to watch the curling here tonight. So the Erica Cluff team, the lead. Rachel Brewer has put another rock in the back of the house. The Crook team will go after that. Keeping the play straight up and down the ice. Basically, these two teams played each other yesterday and did basically the same thing. They'll settle down and do some more fancy shooting as the game goes on. This rock is running fairly straight. Looks like she's going to make contact. Whether she stays in the house, no, she's going to roll out. So another wide open shot for the Erica Cluff team here. Be the second stone now. Deanna McDonald will deliver this rock. She's going to probably try and put this rock in the top of the 8 foot. The white circle is the 8 foot for those of you that are not totally familiar with the game. The rings are called the house. You have a 4 foot ring, an 8 foot ring, and a 12 foot ring. Anything in the rings is in play. All the rocks count as 1 point each. And basically it's the closest to the center counts. That rock came to rest out in the front of the house, which that area is called the free guard zone. For the first 4 rocks of the end, any rock in that zone out there cannot be removed by the other team. If it is, the rock goes back to where it was originally sitting, and the rock that was shot is taken off the ice. That rock was a little light by the Cluff team, so the second stone for Samantha Crook, who's Molly Ward, she's going to try and come behind that guard and try to get her end set up to get multiple points here. Looks like it's coming in. It's curling hard. The ice crew here has textured the rocks this week, and so the rocks will really bite into the ice and really curl when they start to slow down. That rock's about 3/4 in the open, so the Erica Cluff team will now try and remove it. She yelled right away for the sweepers, but now they've backed off. Now they're on it again to try and take that rock out of play. The rock is really curling though. Looks like it's going to contact the guard. So now the Samantha Crook team has a choice to make. They can decide to split up these rocks. The one on the front, she'll probably put one on either side. I didn't see the indication. I believe she's going to go to the left-hand side of the sheet as we're looking at it. We're behind the home end at the opposite end of where the girl's shooting right now. So we'll refer to it as our left side. And the rock's underway down the ice. They're not laying a broom to it. Looks like it has enough weight to make it to the house. And it's going to come to rest in the back of the house. So the Erica Cluff team now I would think they would try and take one or both of those rocks out. She's going to go after the front one, and hopefully it'll go back and make a double takeout and take both rocks out of play. On the other sheet, sheet 7, the game between Donovan and Robichaud. The first end was blank. That means no score in the first end, so they'll retain last shot, whoever had last shot, and continue into the second end. We'll keep you up to date on that game as we move along. So the Cluff team ended up taking one of the Crook rocks out. There's also a game over on sheet 6 between Team Lewis and Team Marin, and I can't really see this go. Another blank end, Carol says, in that game over there. So the guys are keeping it clean here on sheets 6 and 7, and on sheet 9 in our game, the girls, it's 2-0 after the first end. Team Crook is attempting to split the house here, putting in another yellow rock in the house. The girls aren't sweeping it. Looks like it might be here on its own. Starting to curl there now and bite in. Might be just slip. I can tell as it slipped through the house. It just slipped through the house. So now the Erica Cluff team will attempt to take the other yellow rock out, and if she stays there, she'll have the house split, and it'll be tough for the Crook team to blank the end or get 2 points if they trade shots from now till the end of the end. Looks like this one might be a little bit wide. This ice is unforgiving. If you throw the rock out there too much, it takes a long time for it to start to curl. And she makes contact with the rock and removes it, but rolls out of play herself. She's still in the white area behind the circle, but it's not a counter. Now the Crook team will attempt to put one in the house. She's going to try and utilize that blue guard at the top right-hand side of the house. See if she can get a rock in behind that one, and the girls are sweeping the rock down the ice. Looks like it might be a hair light, and it's really curling. The rock's just a little bit light, close enough for maybe for a bump up on another shot. We're down to Skip's rocks now. Erica Cluff will have her first rock, and she's going to try and put the pressure on. By the indication, she's going to put the pressure on by trying to come behind that rock that the Crook team just threw, and really put the pressure on to try and force the Crook team to take 1 point this end. In curling terms, you're successful if you can force the other team to take 1 point when they have last shot, and you'll attempt to get 2 points when you have last shot. So all the rocks are only worth 1 point. So if there was one rock in the middle, as we look at it now, if there was one yellow rock in the middle, it would outcount any other rocks in the house, unless it was a yellow rock. Eric is now going to throw that rock, and she's going to try and put it on the open side. So she's going away from those two rocks on the other side. Doesn't want to get in any big trouble the first couple ends of the game, but this rock is really curling. I think she has the weight to get in the house, though. She does. So now she has the house split. So the Crook team is going to be forced to either bury a rock behind that yellow rock that's out in front of the house, or take the blue rock out that was just thrown. I think the indication from the skip is she's going to try and come behind those guards, and hopefully a miss by the Cluff team will allow her to get her 2 points and tie this game up. So she's on her way down the ice. Once again, you should all come out here to 80 Lockhart Avenue and watch. This is the provincial championship for the under 21 age group. They will be going to the Canadian Championships. The winner of this event, the guys and the girls. And the rock's underway by Samantha Crook. She's trying to come behind those. The yellow and the blue guards are in the front of the house. It looks like she has lots of room to get in there. All dependent on the weight. Looks like lots of weight. Carol tells me it looks like from her vantage point she has lots of weight. She might be a little bit heavy. She just rolled through the house. So now the Erica Cluff team has a chance to really put the pressure on. She's going to try and, by the indication, she's going to try and put a rock right on the top of the house near the center line, and that will narrow the shooting alleys down for the Crook team, and she'll have to come from the outside in, which is opposite to what she just threw. So the Erica Cluff team is playing the percentages that to try and make the other skip throw a different shot than she threw the first time. We're going to update you folks with statistics here after probably the next end. We'll have statistics from the one and only Brian Rice, who's here doing statistics. Brian's a long-time coach around Curl Moncton and across the country here. Very well respected, and he's going to give us our updates here. Erica Cluff team, she's come into the 8-foot. I think it's a good rock. I don't think the Crook team can hit it and stay and get a point, so they'll have to draw to almost to the 4-foot red circle to get 1 point here. So good shot by Erica Cluff. Samantha Crook is going to try her luck with the draw weight. She needs to get almost a bite of the 4-foot red circle to score her a point. Get back in this game. Here comes the draw from Samantha. Looks like the line is fine. The sweepers aren't putting much on it right now. She's got to get, like I said, a bite of the 4-foot circle. They have to come into the red here to score a point. Looks like it needs to slow down a bit. The Cluff team is on it. She slid a little bit too far, and it looks like a steal of 2 points for the Erica Cluff team. So after 2 ends here at Curl Moncton at the New Brunswick Under 21 Provincial Championship in the ladies division, it's the Erica Cluff team with a 4-0 lead over the Samantha Crook team. They're going to get right into the third end here. The Cluff team will try and keep the momentum going here, and just heard from Carol here that in both men's games on sheet 6 and sheet 7, we've had another blank in on each game, so the scores over there are 0-0 and 0-0 on both sheets of ice. I'm sure before too long they'll be opening up the game and somebody want to put some points on the board. Normally the strategy is you try and score in the even ends, so ends 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Try and keep your opponent to the odd ends, so you have last shot, what we call coming home. So the Erica Cluff team is once again, looks like they have their draw weight down fine here and have put a rock in the 4-foot. The Samantha Crook team, did she indicate that she was going to take it out or throw a corner guard? I would think she's going to throw a corner guard, I think, which is a strategy that they'll put a rock out front and they'll try and use it. At this point, it's not past the 4th rock of the end, so the opposing team can't take that rock out of play if it's in the white area out in front of the circles, which it is. So the Cluff team can't take that rock out of play. So their strategy is to put a rock right against the first rock that they threw. Rachel Brewer will try and duplicate the shot that she just threw a moment ago. That will force the Samantha Crook team to either move those stones or try and come behind the corner guard that she just threw. Carol's got a time on the ice here, 13.5 seconds between hog lines. So that's pretty quick ice. And again, the Cluff team has put the second rock in the house. This is going to force the Crook team to move some granite here, and they're not. They're going to go behind their corner guard, which is probably the right strategy to do. Those blue rocks, if you can get those tapped back behind the center line, behind the T line, the line that goes across the center of the circles, it's a good strategy. They can be your friend and act as a cushion for other rocks. So the Samantha Crook rock is pretty much buried behind the front corner yellow guard, and the Erica Cluff team will now probably try and remove that corner guard. The Crook team will be hoping, of course, that they knock it back onto one of those blue rocks in the center of the house. She's coming from the center line side to try and tap that rock out of play. Deanna McDonald's delivering the rock. Both sweepers are on it. She's going to try and roll over in front of those blue rocks. Looks like a really nice shot from here. Going to roll over to the top of the house. Now the Crook team is going to make a play on those blue rocks that are in around the 4-foot area there. She's just going to try, and I think she's indicated that she's just going to tap those rocks back. Molly Ward is throwing this rock. She's the second stone for the Crook team. Line looks good on this rock now. Sweepers have just started to take a look at it, trying to keep it straight. It's coming into the house. Looks very good. She tapped one rock and just rolled over to sit in front of the other rock at the back of the 4-foot. So the Erica Cluff team now will have a decision to make, whether they want to box that rock in, or I think she's going to try and move that front blue guard that's there. Deanna McDonald will attempt to remove that blue guard and keep it open. The Cluff team wants to keep the circles wide open here so that they can eliminate stones. They've got a 4-point lead and they want to eliminate all the rocks they can, even though it's early in the game. So she's going to run that guard off out of the way, expose that yellow rock for one of the next shots here. Samantha Crook now has, she's indicated she wants to tap that blue rock back and just roll over to the left as we look at it here. So she's just going to tap that rock back to the back of the circle. Maybe through and roll over to the left. There is another rock over there that she can roll in front of. Will act as protection for that rock. She's got the sweepers on it. She might have been a hair inside on that shot. But she's going to make contact. She's going to roll over in front of her other rock, which is, looks like it's fairly well set up. If they contact the two yellow rocks that are there, the blue rock in the back is going to move for sure. Erica Cluff has indicated she wants probably a little bit of weight on this shot to move those yellow rocks. She's just trying to eliminate rocks here now. There's 3 yellow rocks in play, so she wants to get some of them out of the house. Sweepers are working hard on it. At the right side of it. She's moved two of the rocks. A nice double takeout. A nice double takeout there by Ashley Cormier. Remove 2 of the yellow stones. Now Team Crook is going to bump this blue one back that's in the house and try and set 2 points. And if they trade rocks for the rest of the end, then the Crook team will score 2 and be back in this curling match. Looks like she made contact with the rock, but she rolled out. So Erica Cluff is running over to the other yellow rock to try and get it out of the house. She'll probably consider herself very fortunate that that rock rolled out. She's going to eliminate this yellow rock and force the Crook team to virtually start over. This ends. Rocks on the way down the ice. The sweepers have it. Make contact. Perfect nose hit in the back of the 8-foot circle. Now Samantha has indicated that she wants Julia Hunter to lay a yellow rock right in front of that blue rock for protection. We'll see how Julia's draw weight is here. Sweepers are on it now. Looks like it's starting to curl a lot. I think she has a almost a perfect shot. She almost dead in front of that blue stone. So the Erica Cluff team now will have to hit that with some weight and try and bounce it out the side. She's indicated she's not going to throw it really hard. She's indicated about a little over a foot of ice here, so probably means she's not going to throw it really hard, and she just wants to hit a corner of that yellow rock and squirt it out the side. Four-point lead. She's not going to take any chances here. She's just going to move the rocks out of play. She'd be happy, I think, to give the Samantha Crook team a point here in this end and get last shot back going into the 4th end. She got the sweepers on this rock. She might have been a tad inside, but now they've let off on it. She's just going to try and pick the corner of that yellow rock. And it looks like she slid by. So that's going to give the Crook team an opportunity to put the first skips rock as a counter in the other side of the 8-foot circle, the white circle. Then they'll be sitting 2. And if they can trade shots, then they'll get 2 points and be back in this game. She needs this as a little confidence booster. She's been a little unfortunate the first couple ends, so she's going to try and put this in, give her team a boost here. Put all the pressure on the skip. She's going to deliver this rock. Hopefully she'll put it right in the 8-foot as a counter. Sweepers are down on it. Putting lots of weight on the brooms here. Looks like they're slacking off now. Looks like she might have a good shot coming in here. Looks like she's full in the 8-foot, so she's counting 2. So now the Erica Cluff team has a decision to make. They can try and take the shot rock out. They can either take it out, they can set in front of it, or take the other rock that was just thrown by Samantha Crook out and basically say, here, you can have your 2 points and we'll take last shot back. Looks like she's going to go after the shot rock with her last shot here. Samantha has another shot left. She doesn't waste any time in the hack, Erica, so not throwing a lot of weight at it. She's just going to try and hit it on the nose, I think, and stay right there. Looks like it's curling a bit. Oh, no, she's going to, she's left the yellow rock in the house. That means that the yellow team has a free shot to get back in this game and score 3 points. It's the last shot of the end coming up, the third end. And wide open draw anywhere in the house for Samantha Crook here. And she'll be right back in this game. To settle her nerves down here and give the rock to the sweepers and let them put it in the house for her. I know we watched this game yesterday and she had great draw weight the whole game, so we'll see if she continues it today. The indication on our stopwatch here, she might have been a little tad heavy with this. The sweepers aren't looking at it, but now they're giving it a little scrub, and she's just got to make it anywhere in the circle. She'll have her 3 points. That's a great shot. It's in the circle. Score 3 for the Samantha Crook team. And the score now is 4-3 for the Erica Cluff team. And they'll have last shot coming in back in the fourth end. That's just how easy you can give up 3 points if you don't hit the rocks in the right place. I might have thrown that last rock by Erica a little harder than that to try and squirt those rocks out. Once again, the game is brought to you tonight by Bell Alliant TV1. They're producing the game. We might want to thank all the technicians and the camera crews that are upstairs, huddled in the corner, bringing you this game. And all of our sponsors. Our title sponsor is Papa John's Pizza, who is presenting this bonspiel for you. And also a big shout out to Bob Lee Productions and also Modern Construction, who donated to this bonspiel, as well as Shoppers Drug Mart. And we can't forget all the parents and grandparents and sisters and brothers that come out to watch their families curl here. Without them, a lot of these athletes can't participate. It's like any sport. I know we have kids in in sports, and there's always a big mechanism behind. I'm getting some statistics here from Brian. Okay, so we have after the end of the third end, we have the Cluff team at 78%, and the Crook team throwing a total of 70%. So some of the highlights: the second stone for Samantha Crook's team, who is Molly Ward, is shooting 93%. And the third stone for Erica Cluff's team, who is Ashley Cormier, is shooting at 92%. So that's high numbers. We're going to get the statistics at I think every 3 ends. Brian's going to give them to us, and we'll try and get them out to you as soon as he passes them over to us. Once again, at the end of the third end, the Cluff team is shooting at 78% and the Crook team at 70%. We got the fourth end underway here now. The Crook team has thrown their second rock, and it's out in front of the house. And okay, so we've got a score from the other sheet over here on sheet 6, the Lewis versus Marin game. There's 3 blank ends on the board there. The score is still 0-0. And the Donovan and Robichaud game, the Donovan team has scored 2 in the third end. So they've taken a 2-0 lead on the Robichaud team. That's in the men's side of the draw. Back in our game here, the Erica Cluff team has just thrown their rock into the house. They're going to put the pressure on by the looks of things here and try to go behind that yellow guard. They didn't quite get behind it. The rock is in the open. Second stone for the Samantha Crook team. Molly Ward is going to make an attempt to take that rock out. Normally, folks, we have 2 people on the mics here, and gives the person a break here for a moment or two, but like I said, we have a different setup here tonight because of a function that's going on upstairs at the Crown Club. So you have to listen to my solemn voice the whole game, and hopefully we can keep you a little bit entertained. The Crook team has come down and taken the blue rock out from Erica Cluff. Now Erica's going to make her attempt at hitting the yellow rock and rolling in behind the yellow guard. Second stone for Erica is Deanna McDonald. She's got a straight hit here. These kids don't miss very much. They're all well coached, and they all have the mechanics and the deliveries of the pros, just like you see on TV, and they don't miss very often. She's made that shot and rolled over to the side of the 12-foot, and she's going to stay in play. Samantha Crook has indicated she wants to take that rock out of play. She's not going to gamble right now and try and go behind her own guard at the top of the house. She doesn't want to give Erica any more than 1 point this end. I can say the strategy is to give 1 point and take 2 when you get the last shot, or the hammer as we call it in curling. When you have the hammer, you have last shot. Coming down straight takeout here. Looks like she has it right on the nose with a slight roll into the 8-foot circle. Erica Cluff now is indicating she's going to take that rock out. Here comes Deanna McDonald with her last shot of the end. And looks like it has to curl a bit to stay in play here. But it's going to. Nice shot by Deanna here. Almost on the nose, only rolled a few inches. So Samantha's indicated she wants to take that rock out again. If they keep hitting them on the nose, they'll be at the top of the house, and then somebody can try and hit and roll behind that guard. They're not laying a broom to this one yet. Brooms are just keeping the ice clean. Looks like a nice shot. That was Molly Ward's second shot of the end, dead on the nose of the Erica Cluff rock. Here comes Erica's mate, Ashley Cormier. She's also going to take this blue rock out. I'm sorry, yellow rock out. Looks like she might have turned that rock slightly in and see if she can get at least a piece of that rock and take it out. Looks like she just tickled it, but tickled it enough to take it out of play. So she made the shot and rolled out of play. I don't know if she'll get top marks for that or not, Brian. She'll get Brian's indicating she's going to get half marks on that shot. So he's a tough scorekeeper. So in my curling game years ago, I would have considered that a successful shot. Samantha Crook's team now is going to try and attempt to come behind that guard. This rock looks like it's really curling, and it's got to slow down a bit. But the sweepers have it under control here, and they're going to try and push it over behind that guard. They're really leaning on it. It'll really bite and curl the last few feet. So nice shot there. Nice shot by Julia Hunter there. Erica Cluff's team now, the mate Ashley Cormier, she's going to come down and try and tap that rock out. She can probably see a little over a quarter of that rock from the other end of the ice. So delicate shot here. This will be guided down by the sweepers. They'll have to make a quick decision on whether they want to sweep this rock and keep it straight. They're not laying a broom to it yet, so it looks like she might have been a touch outside the broom with that shot. And she's just going to slide by that yellow rock. Maybe a better strategy there, Brian, might have been to run that yellow rock back and try the double there. Yeah. It's all what you're used to. She thought she could probably see enough of that rock to take it out, but not so fortunate on that shot. Here comes the skip for the Crook team, Samantha. She's going to try and put a rock here just in the front. Maybe kind of cover up a bit of that guard a bit or a tiny bit behind it, and maybe set two rocks in the house and make it difficult for Erica Cluff to get in for her 1 point this end. Rock's on its way. Sweepers are taking a look at it. They're on it now. Really leaning on it. Looks like it might be a little bit light. She's going to be in play. Rock has to make it completely over that red line that you see there, the hog line, to stay in play. If it doesn't make it completely over, the rock is removed from play. That one made it over now. Erica has a decision to make here. She can run that yellow rock back that's close to the front of the house, or she can attempt to draw around that long guard and maybe get a touch of the button. I think she's indicating she's going to try and run that yellow rock back. Decision-making time. She's still got a 1 point lead, so she doesn't want to give up more than 1 point here. One point to give up is not going to be terrible for her. She'll retain last shot. So she's indicated she wants to run that yellow rock back and try and move that the other yellow rock off of the button, and then with her last shot, she'll have maybe a shot to draw in to score her 1 point and get back to a 2 point lead. Here comes the shot. We'll see what the outcome is here in a few seconds. She's indicating sweep right away. Sweepers are on it. Looks like it's by the front guard without any issue. She's hit the yellow rock through the house but didn't move the rock off the button. And it's very, very close. The rock that she threw, whether it's a biter or not, it doesn't appear to be. But they'll certainly measure it if it's close. Samantha Crook will sprint down the ice and try and cover this yellow rock up with a guard and maybe even get a bite of the blue circle, the 12-foot circle, and count 2 and really put the pressure on Erica here. I think she... Rock's on its way. She's going to try and come maybe a little bit behind this center guard, long center guard. Looks like it might be a bit light. Just going to play a guard, maybe touch that front yellow rock and put up a wall in front of this rock that's on the 4-foot. Looks like it's good. Hard shot. She's got probably the only shot she has is to run that yellow rock or blue rock back and try and knock that rock off the button. Or we'll have a tie game here, folks. She's indicating that's what she wants to do. So this will be an angle raise takeout attempt by Erica. And just try and run that rock back. It'll be a big confidence builder for her after giving up the 3-ender last end. She's going to probably put some weight behind this and try and knock that rock back on a slight angle and take that rock off the button. We have a score on sheet 6 over there. I believe the Liam Marin team has scored 1 in the 4th end, so it's 1-0 for the Marin team over the Lewis team. And here comes the shot by Erica Cluff. She just called the sweepers on, so it must be very close. Looks like she threw, just missed the run back. So it's a steal of 1 point for the Samantha Crook team, and we have a tie game here, folks. After 4 ends, we have a tie game here with the Cluff team and the Crook team both at 4 each. Once again, we're at the provincial championship for the under 21 age group here. The Bonspiel sponsored by Papa John's Pizza and brought to you by Bell Alliant TV1 here at Curl Moncton, 80 Lockhart Avenue here in Moncton. We invite everyone to come on out. It's only a small nominal charge to come in and watch the games. It's great curling, as good at curling as you'll see anywhere. These guys are one step away from the folks that you'll be watching on TV in a year or two, and just a matter of time they get a little bit of more experience under their belt, and you'll be watching them on TSN or Sportsnet in another year or two. We have on sheet 7 between the Robichaud and Donovan teams, we have a measure for a shot here. They're all looking at it. Our umpire has gone over to get the measuring stick, and we'll get you a score in just a second here. Back to our game. We are setting 1 Samantha Crook stone on the button, and the Erica Cluff team has gone on the offense here now, and they're putting up a corner guard, and they're going to try and get a couple points this end. So the game has kind of changed around a little bit here. The Crook team has put the pressure on and tied this game up, and now the other team has... The game has changed around again once, as I said, folks, and the Crook team's putting the pressure on, and my statistician Brian Rice here is telling me now the Crook team on the average is up to 76%, and the Cluff team is sitting at 73% now. So you'll see as the shots go during the game, the percentages will change, but normally as the percentages go, the score goes. So nice guard here by the Crook team. They have one at the top of the 12-foot just outside the circle and another rock on the button. And the Erica Cluff team is now going to try and use the corner guard that they that they put up and try and bury one behind that blue rock on the left-hand side as we're looking at it, and put the offense on, and they'll worry about taking those yellow rocks out as we move along in the end here. Sweepers are looking at that rock, but it's got a bit of curling to do. That blue rock might have been a little bit heavy, and it's just going to slip through the house. So bad break there for the Cluff team. The Crook team now will try and put another yellow rock out front and try and block off that one that's on the almost on the button, and try and make the Erica Cluff team go to work and clear out some granite here. Result from the measure on sheet 7, it was I believe the Robichaud team scored 2, so we have a tie game over there at 2-2 between the Donovan team and the Robichaud team. Both of those teams, by the way, are from Curramoncton here. They're all great kids, and we see them curling here all the time. Back to our game, Samantha Crook, her second stone. Molly Ward just threw a nice guard, just in the 12-foot circle. Now Erica Cluff has got to try and move that rock. She's going to try and hit it just off the nose on the left side and roll over behind her own guard, which would be a great shot. She's throwing lots of weight at this rock. You notice on this ice that if you throw a draw, the ice will really curl at the end, but if you throw a heavy rock, a fast rock, the ice will stay virtually straight. So that's how these guys can be so accurate at times. They can throw the rock hard enough so that it'll just run straight. That rock hit and rolled out, so it's back to Samantha's team. They're going to try and put another guard up here. Molly Ward is going to throw her second rock at the end and try and put another guard up the front. One of the sweepers is on it right away. It's got a foot or two to curl, so they'll just keep the path clear. You'll hear them calling out clean, clean, clean sometimes, and it just means to keep the path in front of the rock clear in case there's any tiny bits of debris on the ice, which will really play havoc with the rock. She's throwing a nice shot here, just out in front of the house. Just out in front of the house, and they'll the Erica Cluff team here is going to move some granite. I believe they're calling a timeout. The Cluff team, I think, is calling a timeout. So they're going to discuss some strategy here as to how they're going to move some of these yellow rocks at the other end of the ice. I think it might be just a bit of a moment for a breather for the Erica Cluff team. They've had a little bit of bad luck the last couple of ends here, so just a matter of maybe the coach is going out just to settle them down for a moment or two. And so both coaches, they have 90 seconds. They have a minute timeout, I believe, is it, Brian? A minute timeout and 30 seconds to get in there and out again. So the coach is just going to talk to them a bit, and I see all the heads nodding out on the ice, so they're going to try and just calm them down and say, it's not the end of the world. Just play your game. You played the first 2 ends really well. Go back to that game, and it'll be fine. The umpires on the ice, they'll time the timeouts here and let the athletes know when it's time to go back to work out here. Take a moment to talk about the draw here. They have one of the teams, the Marin team, that is playing on sheet 6 now. They have won the A section and the B section. This is a triple knockout bonspiel, so the Marin team will have to be beaten 3 times in a row to not be able to go to the Canadian Championships, which is a tough task. So they're playing tonight. If they lose, they'll play again in the morning. If they win that game in the morning, they'll be crowned provincial champions. Same thing on the ladies' side. The Justine Comeau team has they've won the A section and the B section, which means they'll have to be beaten 3 times in a row. They'll play the winner of probably this game here tonight, and they could win a provincial championship tomorrow morning as well. So the timeout's over now. The second stone for Team Erica Cluff is Deanna McDonald. She's getting ready to throw. Erica's got her words of wisdom from the coach, and she's going to make a hole in some of these yellow rocks at the other end of the ice. They're going to, she's going to throw a takeout here and get rid of some of the rocks. They have to move that rock off the button. They'll be hard pressed to score if they don't move that rock off the button. They're going to try a run back here and see what happens. Came very close. She just ran it by the rock on the button, only missed it by about an inch. Now the Crook team strategy, they're gonna throw another rock out front, maybe. I think they're going to try and come around that blue rock that was just thrown by Deanna McDonald and just set in the top of the 12-foot, the blue circle, and try and block another run back by the Erica Cluff team. Rock's on its way. They've been throwing a lot of draws on the Crook team getting back in this game, so they should have the draw weight fairly close. This rock looks like it's curling a bit, though. That's going to set out in front, which is a good play as well. Eric is going to now have to move some of the rocks, and same thing. She's indicating a peel weight, which is a rock that's thrown fairly hard, and she wants to be accurate here and move some of that granite that's out in front of the house. Her mate Ashley Cormier is going to throw this rock, and here it comes. Looks like it's going to make contact with that yellow rock for sure. We'll see if it gets the blue one on the way by. Does not, so we're still sitting with one yellow rock on the button, guarded by a blue rock and a yellow rock. And Samantha Crook is hastily going to try and put another rock up on the front of the house. She's moved the broom out a little bit this time. Going to try and put that rock over on the left a tiny bit, maybe somewhere close to the center line, in hopes of blocking the raise and also putting an obstacle in the way of a draw right to the button by Erica's team. She slid over the center line. Looks like she's guarded those up well. I think the Erica Cluff team they're almost bound now to remove keep trying to remove these rocks. If they can get two out with one shot here, they might not be looking too bad. Ashley Cormier is going to throw another high, hard one here, put some heat on it, and try and move some rocks here. It's on its way down the ice. The sweepers aren't touching it yet. There we go. She's got what she wanted. She moved three yellow rocks with her shot and moved the yellow rock off the button. So that was a great shot. Try once, and if you don't succeed, try again, folks. And like I said, these guys are very accurate shooters. It's just a matter of time before they make what they want. So now Samantha's going to try and put one right in behind that blue rock that's just out in front of the house and try and set one right on the button. Make the shots for Erica tough. She's had her draw weight, so hopefully she'll remember the right amount of speed to put on this rock and put it right on the button. Over on sheet 6, we have a tie game over there, 1-1 after 5 ends. They're in the 5th end break on sheet 6. Samantha Crook's rock is coming into the house. They're sweeping it hard, trying to put it behind that guard. I don't know if it has enough steam to quite get behind it. It looks like it's going to be almost completely wide open for a shot by Erica Cluff. it'll be a good result here if she gets a point. She had a couple of semi-rough ends there, so she can make a couple of shots here and get back in this game, and it'll be a good thing. She got a wide open shot here. Just hit the broom and throw the right weight, and she'll get a good result. Rock's on its way down the ice. We're in the fifth end. They'll have a couple of minutes break after this end. The ice makers will touch up the ice a bit, clean the ice, and she's got a piece of it. She's got a quarter of that rock. She's got a good shot. She tapped that yellow rock out of play and rolled. She's in the open. There is a yellow rock behind her blue rock that might cause a bit of difficulty. Samantha will have to hit it on the outside or the right-hand side as we look at it and to knock it out of play. She's not taking much ice here. Her mate Julia Hunter has got the broom right beside the rock, so she's probably going to put a little bit of speed on this rock to make sure it goes straight. They're sweeping it. It looks like she has a decent shot. She gets it anywhere on the high side. Oh, looks like it's going to stay in the house. Stayed in the back of the 12-foot, but the yellow rock that she threw is it's under a little bit of cover, not much. So Erica here will have a takeout, a kind of a delicate takeout here, tap back takeout to score 2 points. She has to watch it. She can't hit it too thin because it could drive it back on the blue rock at the back of the house and give up another point. So she's got to get as much of this rock as she can and try and hit it almost on the nose and drive it straight back and score her 2 points. She's talking it over with her sweepers now, telling them exactly how much weight she's going to throw, and the rock's underway. She's hollered sweep to her sweepers right away. The rock's on its way. Looks like it's going to be fine if she's got the weight to get there. Looks fine. She's going to get her 2 points. Did she tap it hard enough to get it out? And she did. So Erica Cluff has scored 2. She's now going to take a 6-4 lead after 5 ends at the halfway point of the game. It's the Erica Cluff team from Woodstock with a 6-4 lead over the Samantha Cook team from Sackville here at the provincial championships, the under 21 provincial championships curling here at Curl-Moncton, and we're going to be in the fifth end break. The ice makers will take a few minutes and touch up the ice. They put a little bit of pebbles, sprinkle the ice in front of the hacks where all the traffic is, and to make them back to normal again before they start the next end. I'll take a shout out to all of the volunteers that are here at the club that make these things happen. There's a lot of work that goes on. The organizing committee that puts these things on. All the timers and scorers are all volunteers here, and the statisticians, us announcers. Everybody volunteers their time. I just got a note thrown in front of me here that the time remaining on the game for Team Crook, who are the Yellow Rocks, they have 25 minutes and 10 seconds left, and the Erica Cluff team shooting Blue Rocks has 22 minutes and 40 seconds left, and they have 1 timeout left, and the Crook team has 2 timeouts left after 5 ends. We're here at Curl-Moncton at 80 Lockhart Avenue here in Moncton, and they're just getting the ice ready here, and they'll start the last half of the game here in a moment. The coaches are out on the ice giving the athletes a little bit of refreshment here and some words of wisdom. And I see the Erica Cluff team coach. He's out there and he's pumping up their team, saying you were up and then you had a couple bad ends and now you're right back in this game. The same thing on the Crook team. Their coach is out. Give them a little few pointers. More of a pep talk than a coaching session. Want the teams telling them that they've done well so far. Up the good work. It'll be a good finish to this game. And just got a new round of stats from Brian Rice here, our statistician. Very, very close in team percentages. The Crook team is ahead 75% as a team total. And the Cluff team, though, is very close, virtually tied with 74%. One player to look at, the first two players, the lead and the second stone on Samantha Crook's team, Kayla Russell and Molly Ward, are shooting at 85 and 95% each. So that's really something to see, and shooting that high. The Cluff team is all very, very consistent, and Samantha Crook, who was having a bad first couple ends of the game, has now brought her game back into where it should be for this level of curling. Take a moment to thank our sponsors once again. The event is being brought to you by Bell Alliant TV1. Want to thank their cameramen and their technicians. They're all upstairs here showing you this game. And my wife Carol and I, Bill Justison, are here, along with Brian Rice, our statistician, and all the timers are out on the ice there, getting nice and cold watching this game. And all of our sponsors, want to thank them. Papa John's Pizza and Bob Lee Productions, Modern Construction, and Shoppers Drug Mart are bringing you this Bonspiel's going on all weekend here. We've been curling here since Thursday, and if all the games are played, the last shift will be at 6:30 tomorrow night. Bonspiel could be over. The last games could be at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning if the two teams that are undefeated so far, the Marin team on the boys' side and the Justine Camo team on the girls' side, if they go undefeated and win their games in the morning, they will be declared the provincial champions. Update on the scores on sheet 6 between the Lewis team and the Marin team. It's all tied up at 1-1 over there. And on sheet 7, it's tied up between the Donovan team and the Robichaud team. In guys action, I believe it's 2-2. Oh, I'm sorry. Just got an update. The Donovan team scored 3 in the 5th end, so now they have a 5-2 lead. Okay, we're ready to go here, folks. In the 6th end, it'll be the Erica Cluff team that's shooting first because they scored in curling. If you score, you shoot first in the next end. For those of you that aren't that familiar with the game of curling, that just happened to be tuned in tonight, it's a gentleman's sport. Very seldom do the officials ever have to get involved in the game. At this level, I believe the officials do the measuring of the rocks. I think, but on the pro circuits, the guys and ladies all do it themselves. One of the few sports in the world where the game starts with a handshake and ends with a handshake. It's we used to call it a gentleman's game, but now it's a ladies' game as well. They're every bit as competitive and as good of players as the men as we're seeing here tonight. We're back to our game, and the Erica Cluff team has put the first rock right on, almost on the button, and they're going to try and force the game back into the center of the circles. Samantha Crook's team is her lead, Kayla Russell. She's going to try and score 2 points. She's going to try and put a guard out in front of the house and try and get back in this game. She's down by 2 points, so she's going to go on the offense in the even ends here and try and score more than 1 point. Her rock might stop before it gets to the house. If it's in the house, then the Erica Cluff team can take it out. If it's out in front where you see it now, if it's in that white area out in front of the house, then the Cluff team couldn't take it out, but it's touching the circle, so they can take it out, and they're going to do that right now. Rachel Brewer's going to try and take that rock out. Erica has called for sweeping right away. She might have been a tad narrow with that shot. Looks like it's good though. The sweepers have let up now. And rock has made contact, rolled over towards guarding that rock that's on the button, but it's still wide open. Samantha Crook's team now is going to try and set one right against that blue rock that's sitting on the button. Put the pressure on, try and get extra points this end. Rock's on its way, the yellow rock, that's the Samantha Crook team. And it's the last lead rock by Kayla Russell. It's coming into the house. Is it going to stop in time or is it going to move that blue rock? She didn't really want to move that blue rock. It's good that she moved it off the button, but she rolled into the wide open here, so Erica Cluff's team is going to try and eliminate that yellow rock. She's got the lead, 2 points, so she wants to eliminate rocks. And she'll try and hit this rock and roll to the other blue rock that's near the button. She's got her hand up, so she doesn't want any sweeping from her team. Rock's coming down the ice. She's made contact. She's going to roll the opposite way that she wanted, so she's going to try and sweep it out, get it out of the way as far as she can, and keep it out of play. They don't want anything behind the center line going across the circles. We call a T line, so they don't want anything there where the other team can use it as a cushion and put a rock against it. So Samantha Crook's second stone now. Molly Ward, she's going to try and come down and set one right against that rock that's behind the T line. She might want to move it back a little bit. We'll see how much weight she throws. She looks like she released it a tad wide. It all depends on the weight. If the rock starts to slow down, it will really bite in and curl good. They're starting to clean it now with the broom, so it looks like she's going to be fine. Great looking shot. She's going to be right on the button. Great shot by Molly Ward. Erica's team now is going to try and spank that rock out of there. She's not giving much ice, so she's indicating she wants some weight. She's going to throw that rock and try and chip that yellow rock out of there. Here it comes. She's hollering, don't sweep, so the rock must be on line. Putting the broom to it to keep it clean. Looks like a very nice shot. She's hit the blue rock. Yellow rock's going to roll. I don't know if it's out of play. It's out of play, indicated by Carol here. The rock's out of play, so successful shot. We're sitting 2 blues. And Samantha's team now is going to try and tap that blue rock back and try and roll behind that guard at the top of the 12-foot circle. Rock's underway. She's hollered for sweeping, so they're on and off. Looks like it's very close. She made contact. Looked like she's going to roll. She's over against the other blue rock and settles in front of her yellow rock. So it looks like she's going to be very close for, we don't know who's number 1 or number 2 rock. What we mean by number 1 is the rock that's closest to the center of the ice. Yeah. So the Erica Cluff's team is indicating that she wants to try and tap that yellow rock out. So that yellow rock, she must think that that yellow rock is shot rock, is number 1 rock. So she doesn't want Samantha's team to get more than 1 point this end. So she's going to try and either take that rock out or bounce off the blue rock and be number 1. They must be very close. We can't tell really from our vantage point here. We have a TV camera that we can look at, but we still can't tell. So I should be able to tell. I've just got new glasses this week, but I can't tell from this distance. Nice shot by the Erica Cluff team here. Knocked that yellow rock back, so now it's very clear. The blue team is setting 3 points. The yellow team does have a biter at the back of the 12-foot circle on the side, about the 4 o'clock position, and they're going to try and draw a rock in to set between those blue rocks on the right-hand side. Both of those rocks are behind the tee line, which means that they're friends to the Samantha Crook team. This rock needs to curl a little bit. Set in there. Looks like it's a nice shot coming. Looks like a great shot. Great shot. Now the Erica Cluff team has got a decision to make. They've got to try and either take that rock out, or they could also set one in front of it. But they could take a chance if she hit it just right and take both yellows out. And she could roll over behind the blue rock at the top of the house. There's also a chance if she comes a little bit too much and drives it straight back on the blue, then there would be a double takeout for the Crook team, and they could set 3. Rock's on its way. She's trying to take the yellow rock out of play. She's calling for sweeping. Oh, she's run the yellow rock back. I think their blue is sitting 1 and 2, number 1 and number 2. Now Samantha Crook is going to attempt to take those 2 blue rocks out that are on the right-hand side of the circle. It will still leave her open for a takeout, but it will eliminate some of the Cluff rocks. She's going to try and score more than 1 point this end, so with another rock in play, she's going to try and keep her rocks in play. Now she's got she took one of the blue rocks out, tapped the other one over towards the back of the 4-foot circle. Erica here is indicating she wants to take that rock out that was just thrown, and hopefully she'll run it back and maybe take 1 or 2 of the other yellow rocks out. We'll see what happens in a moment here. She's not taking much ice, so it looks like she's going to throw some pepper on this shot and try and maybe take all 3 of those yellow rocks out. I don't know if that's possible, if they can get all 3 out or not. I guess if she hit it on the outside, she could get all 3. Carol just informed me that she's been watching the ice and it's not curling much on that side. They are calling for sweeping, though, so she may have thrown it a tad inside. They're off it now. She's hit her almost dead on the nose. She's moved, taken 2 of the yellow rocks out. So now they're sitting 2 blue with 1 yellow in the back of the house. I guess they're sitting 3 blues, and then with the one at the top of the house that I didn't see. So now Samantha Crook is going to attempt to take that blue rock out that's sitting at about the 5 o'clock position at the back of the 4-foot and possibly try and roll behind the guard that's at the front of the house. Try and use it as a bit of protection, and hopefully she can get 2 with her next shot. We're in the 6th end here at Carl Moncton, 80 Lockhart Avenue here in Moncton. And here comes her shot. She's going to try and hit this rock and roll in under some cover. She just called for sweeping. She hit that rock just on the nose, so it's wide open for Erica Cluff here. She's going to try and take that out, and that will leave Samantha Crook a shot for 1 point. It'll get her back in the game. She'll only be 1 point down going into the 7th end. The other games on sheet 6, Lewis team is up by 1 point on the Marin team, 2-1, and the Donovan team on sheet 7 is up 5-2, I believe, on the Robichaud team. Here comes Erica Cluff's last shot of the 6 end. She's going to attempt to take this yellow rock out that's in the back of the 4-foot. Needs to curl a bit. Looks like she's got it right on the nose. So Samantha has she's just going to take this rock out straight, take out for 1 point. Even if she took the 2 blue rocks out, the other blue rock at the top of the circle is out counting the yellow rock at the back. So she's just going to try a straight take out here and take her 1 point, and she'll probably try and junk up the next end, put lots of rocks in play, and try and steal a point. And just been informed on sheet 7 here, the Robichaud team is making a draw attempt for 2 points, and they've made it now. So now that game is tied up at 5-5. We got a lot of close game. 5-4, I'm sorry. 5-4 for Team Donovan over Team Robichaud. All close games here tonight, folks, at Curl Moncton. Here comes Samantha Crook's rock. She's got a nice shot. She scored 1 point in the 6th end, so now we have a 6-5 game in favor of the Erica Cluff team. And they're out of the Woodstock Curling Club over the Samantha Crook team, and they're from Sackville, New Brunswick. Heading into the 7th end here now. Score 6-5 for the Erica Cluff team. Samantha Crooks has indicated she wants this rock at the top of the circles, in the middle of the house at the top. She's going to try and put the pressure on this end and see if she can get another point and tie the game up. Just been informed by our statistician here, Brian Rice, that as far as percentages go, both teams are tied at 77%. That's a high percentage for this level of curling. They're all curling well, and good game. You can tell by the score. It's a very close game, and it's being well played. I think we've only seen, Carol, one complete miss the whole game, I think, so far. So Carol didn't want to be on the dragged her from our house. The curling club to downstairs, and we only have one wireless mic, so they graced me with it, and she's sitting here with a big smile on her face and providing information to me, which most wives do to their husbands. Information and tell them what to do. Our game here. Samantha Crook's team shot here. Second lead rock for Kayla Russell. There's a blue rock right out front, and she's going to attempt to come down and sit against this blue rock that's just at the back of the button. Probably tap it back a little bit, make some room, and try and steal a point this in and tie this game up. She looks to be a little tiny light on that shot, stopped in the 12-foot circle, but it makes a difficult decision for the other team whether they want to play on that rock, because there's always a chance that they'll tap it back onto their own rock. So Erica has decided to come around the guard that's near the center line out in front of the house and try and put another rock in play. She has last shot, so if she can get a rock in there and get it guarded up, Samantha Crook's team will have to waste some shots and clear a path to the 4-foot so they can try and steal a point this end. Erica's team, the rock is coming in. It's really curling hard now, but I think it's a little tad heavy. It's going back to the back of the 12-foot. Looks like it may be just out of play. So a slight bit heavy on that shot. So now Samantha's team is going to try and advance their yellow rock, tap it back, and tap that blue rock off the button and keep 2 yellow rocks in play here. Molly Ward is throwing now. Not calling for any sweeping yet. That rock should start to curl fairly soon. Here it comes. I don't think she's going to get enough of it to tap it straight back, but they're both going to stay in play, which is a good thing for the Crook team. Now, Erica Cluff has got a decision to make. She's going to either eliminate a yellow rock or try and guard her rock on the forefoot, which is wide open, by the way. I think she's decided to take that yellow rock out. She doesn't want Samantha's team to have too many rocks in play. She's got the lead, and she wants to defend it by having more blue rocks in there than yellow rocks. Sweepers are on this rock on and off, so it looks good indication that it's going the way they want. Our vantage point is at ice level, so it's tough to see with the players following the rocks down the ice, but that was a nice shot. 2 blue rocks in play now, number 1 and 2, and the yellow rock is on the right-hand side of the ice as we're looking at it. It's number 3. Molly Ward's going to attempt to move that blue rock and maybe get a slight roll to the right here and stay in play, make it more difficult for Erica's team to get more than 1 point. Looks like it's online. He's going to take that blue rock out. Going to get a bit of a roll over in front of that blue rock. Nice shot. Beautiful shot. Right to the button. I don't know if Brian will give her extra points for that one, but going to give her full points for that shot. May not give her any bonus points at this point in time. Now Erica's team has to move that rock off the button. It's by the guard, and it looks like she's gonna move them out of the way. Still on the button, the yellow rock, but the blue rock is right in front of it, so Samantha's team looks like she's going to try and maybe hide a little bit of her yellow rock behind that front yellow guard and make the shot more difficult for Erica's team. Rock's on its way down the ice. No sweeping yet. Keeping it clear. So he might have been a tad wide with that shot, but looks like she has the right weight. She's going to stop in front of the house, make it difficult for Erica's team to get one in there. So they're going to run a rock back here and run a rock back or get them out of the way and make some room for a last shot. She wants to try and get 2 points here. She's tightening up the ice. She wants a little bit more weight. She just wants to move some granite here. Her mate Ashley Cormier here. It's her first shot. Looks like she's got a nice shot coming here. She's going to run the blue rock back, yellow rock back onto the blue, and opened up the shot on the button. And her blue rock now is sitting shot rock, biting the button, and it's under a guard. I don't know if there's enough room between those rocks to get through there to get it out of there. I think Samantha's team is just going to put one in there, and hopefully Erica's team can't get a second rock in there. It'll be a successful end if Samantha's team can force Erica's team to take 1 point, and then they'll try and get their 2 points coming back in the 8th end. Looks like they're right in there with this shot. She's tapped their rock, so now the yellow rock, the Crook team is sitting number 2 and 3 and 4 in the house, with Erica's team sitting one lonely blue rock on the side of the button. I think she's going to go in defense mode here and remove some yellow stones, even though she has last shot. She's going to try and take that rock out that's on the side and maybe roll over, nestle into those other rocks that are around the 4-foot. She doesn't want to get in too much trouble here. A few ends ago, she gave up a 3-ender with lots of rocks in play, so she doesn't want that to happen again. Ashley Cormier's rock is on the way. It's still out there a little bit. Looks like it's going to make contact with that yellow rock, but I don't think she's going to get the roll. She sticks around the house. Still one blue rock in the center counting. I think Samantha's team is going to try and maybe chip the yellow rock into the button. I think that's what she's going to try and do here. And tough shot. She's going to get very little of that rock and chip it over to the button against the blue rock. Be a tough shot. If she makes it, she'll be a hero. Got an update on sheet number 6. The Lewis team is up on the Marin team 3-1. The Marin team, by the way, is undefeated. So if the Lewis team beats them tonight, then Marin team only gets, they'll have to win one of their next 2 games to win the provincial championship. That'll be, one of the games will be tomorrow morning. So here comes Samantha Crook's first shot this end. She's going to try and chip her own rock over towards the blue rock on the button. Looks like it needs to curl a bit. Both sweepers are very close to it. Trying to see on our TV monitor here how it's coming. Looks like a very good shot. Perfect shot right to the button, folks. Tap that rock right to the button. Great shot. And she has last shot, so. Not a lot of room in there now, folks. There's 2 rocks right almost on the button. The yellow rock is number 1. And Erica Cluff is trying to decide what she's going to do. I think she's going to try and move that yellow rock that's on the left-hand side of the 8-foot circle to prevent Samantha from coming in off of that rock with her next shot and scoring 2 points. And the coach is calling a timeout here. And they're going to go out and talk to their team again before this skips rock. We are coming to you live from Curl Moncton at 80 Lockhart Avenue. We're at the provincial under 21 ladies and men's curling championships. We're bringing you the ladies game tonight between the Samantha Crook team and the Erica Cluff team. We want to send a shout out to our sponsors tonight. This whole event, the main sponsor is Papa John's Pizza. We thank them very much for their participation and supporting junior curling in the province. And other sponsors include Bob Lee Productions. Bob Lee and his team, I know we've used them at lots of events in around the curling clubs and the arenas here in town. And when you need something, all you have to do is holler to Bob and he'll come himself. Doesn't matter what time of the day or night. And he'll come. They provide all the curtains and draperies and tables and chairs that we need and all that kind of equipment. And they're very, very good at what they do. Also, Modern Construction is a great supporter of this Bonspiel. Also, Shoppers Drug Mart. And the whole event is being brought to you by Bell Alliant TV1. I'm Bill Justison here with my wife Carol. We're providing the commentary here tonight. Brian Rice is our statistician, busily with his head down there doing his number thing. We're in a timeout here between the Crook team and the Cluff team, and the score is 6-5, and we're taken, I think we have 2 shots left in the 7th end of the game here. The Crook team has 1 shot on the button, and we're in a timeout. The coaches are out there seeing what they want to do for strategy. A couple of things here. They could say, let's just guard it up and give them 1 point, and we'll have last shot in the 8th end. Might be a good strategy. Or she may try and run a rock back and take that yellow rock off the button and score 2 points. She has a chance here. We'll see what she's going to do here in a second. There's also a little hole there. I don't know if a rock could fit through that hole. I think it might. She might attempt to throw one down there through that hole and knock that rock off the button. It looks like that's maybe what she's going to do, is try and go through that hole. Yesterday, I know I did commentary on the game between these same 2 teams, and I think it was 2 or 3 shots in a row. They came through a very narrow port, one after the other, and made some nice shots. And these guys are accurate. They don't. There's no fooling around out there. These guys are great shooters, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if she makes this shot. It's Erica Cluff shooting now, and it's her last rock in the 7th end. We've got 1 more rock to play. She's attempting to come through a hole near the center line. It looks like it has to curl a little bit. And she didn't make it through. She tapped her own blue rock out of the way, which leaves a shot for yellow. For if she can get that blue rock, I think it might be 4 points for yellow. This is the last shot of the end coming up. Samantha Crook. Oh, I'm sorry. I've just been corrected. There is another blue rock after this one. I was going to say, if I was Samantha Crook, I'd be running down the ice to throw this rock and make this straight takeout for 4 points, but she has to be careful here. She has to take this rock out and also provide a little bit of protection for the 4-foot, because Erica has got she's had her draw away. Well, we've just had another timeout called by the Crook team. I don't know if we can see the other sheets of ice over there. Again, on sheet 6 between Team Lewis and Team Marin, it is 3-1 for Team Lewis. On sheet 7, the score is 6-4 for Team Donovan over Team Robichaud. Those are 2 Carl Moncton teams out there on sheet 7. And the teams on sheet 6, one team is a Carl Moncton team, I believe, and the other team is from Thistle St. Andrews in St. John, New Brunswick. The Liam Marin team actually represented the province last year at the Canadian Junior Championship. So they're a tough team to beat. They're under the gun a little bit out here tonight, but they're sitting in the driver's seat. They're undefeated so far in the Bonspiel. And timeout going on here. Like I said, each team has a 60-second timeout, and they allow the coaches, I believe, 30 seconds to get on and off the ice. So coaches out giving them a little pep talk here before the last couple shots of this end. It's crunch time here in the games, the 7th end, and time some of the teams make a move, and probably the coaches are giving more of a pep talk than a coaching session here. The umpire just indicated that the time is up and time for the coaches to get back on their perch. Players get back to business here. So Samantha Crook, I believe, is going to try and make an attempt to take that blue rock out and stay right there in front of the button and block it off so that Erica Cluff can't get to the button to score her 1 point for this end. It's always great to put as much pressure on the other team as you can. Doesn't look like pressure's bothering these teams too much out here tonight. They're all scoring. We got a fairly high scoring game, 6-5. Samantha's going to take her last shot here. Fairly simple shot, pretty straightforward. She's going to take that blue rock out and hopefully stay right where she is. Right where that blue rock is. Try and hit it right on the nose. Stay right there. We're getting lots of comments here in the background about it's no good for the coaches to go out on the ice because the girls are going to do what they want anyway. So here comes a shot. It's Samantha's shot. Looks very good. Looks like it's going to hit the rock almost on the nose. Yeah, she knocked it out. Pressure's on the Erica Cluff team now. The Samantha Crook team sitting 4. And they've got to touch that rock off the button to score a point here. Knock it about a foot or 2 feet to score their 1 point. And if they score their 1 point, they'll have a 2-point lead again and coming into the 8th end of the game. She's got a little bit of a guard in the front, but she can see, I would say, almost all of that yellow rock from position in the back. She's just got to keep the weight under control, let the sweepers guide it into the house. And she's underway. She doesn't take much time in the hack. Looks like she knows what she wants to do, and she looks like she might be a little tad wide with this shot. It's got to come back. The rock looks like it's staying out there. Looks like she was wide and through the hole, folks. Looks like a steal of 4 points for the Samantha Crook team. Cluff team is a little, she looks, that rock should have curled. She looks like she's a little dejected, but it should have curled. I think maybe she just had a little tad extra weight on that rock and it floated out a little bit on her and away it went. So the score now after 7 ends is the Samantha Crook team is leading 9-6 over the Erica Cluff team. Crook team is shooting first in the 8th end. They'll try and put a rock right in play, right in the center of the house, and keep the play in the center of the house. Try and keep the Cluff team down to 1 point this end. Sweepers are working hard on it, bringing it right into the house. They don't want any chance of a rock coming up light and with anything so that the Cluff team can go behind. Erica has indicated she wants a corner guard out front, which is an offensive move, and she'll try and use that corner guard to get a rock behind. Delivering the rock. She's the lead for the Erica Cluff team. They've got to put their heads down and sweep this one. It looks like it's going to be fine. She's going to have a corner guard. Just exactly what the skip asked for. So now Samantha Crook is at her lead. Kayla Russell, if she will just tap that yellow rock in the top of the 8-foot back a few feet, try and make the scoring area smaller. That's the give the other team a little area to shoot for it when you get to the last couple of rocks of the end. So she wants to tap that yellow rock back a foot or two and make the circle smaller. Looks like she's going to do it the other way and come around the rock in the 8-foot instead of tap it back, but same result. Rock stayed out there a little bit. The ice might be flattening out a little bit. They're not kind of getting quite as much curl as they're thinking. So that rock is behind the tee line now. So the Erica Cluff team is going to try and nestle right down beside it. Our statistician has just passed me the updated numbers after 7 ends. The Crook team is ahead on percentages here at 77%, and the Erica Cluff team is at 75%. And a couple of the top scorers here, the lead on the Erica Cluff team, Rachel Brewer, is shooting at 82%. And the second stone on Samantha Crook's team, Molly Ward, shooting at a red hot 95%. So she's not fooling around out there tonight. She's came to business tonight. And after 8 ends, some more numbers just come in where our timekeepers are feeding us information here. The Erica Cluff team, the blue team, has 14 minutes, 47 seconds left and 0 timeouts. They've used timeouts they're allowed. And the yellow team, the Yellow Rock team of Samantha Crook, they have 17 minutes and 52 seconds left, and they have 1 timeout left. There's a little bit of a miss by the Samantha Crook team. Tried to take that blue rock off of the top of the 4-foot, and they came a little bit wide and went right by it. So now Erica has a bit of a decision to make. She's I think she's indicating she wants a rock in the top of the 12-foot on the right-hand side, which she can use afterwards to bump in off of. No, she's not. She's going to take the yellow rock out. I didn't see her indicate what she wants. She's going to take the yellow rock out that's at the top of the 12-foot and try and roll over to the right. Looks like she's very close. Nice shot. There, she rolled over there, and blue rocks are lined up. If they throw a nose hit, the yellow team throws a nose hit, it might go back on that yellow rock at the back of the 4-foot. Second stone, Molly Ward. She's a high percentage shooter this game. She's throwing this shot. She's going to try and take some blue granite off of the circle here. Well, she made what the skip indicated. She's split the 2 blue rocks up and got them off the 4-foot, which is the main thing. Left the yellow rock in the Erica Cluff has now indicated she wants another rock behind the guard on the left-hand side of the 4-foot circle there. She's going to try and put another rock in play and get some points here and get back in this game. Sweepers are taking a close look at this. Try and urge it to curl over there. Looks like it's a little bit wide. She might get a touch off this yellow rock at the top of the circle, but it's curling hard. She's curling by it to the top of the 4-foot circle. So Samantha here now, they're going to attempt to take that blue rock out that was just thrown and roll in behind her other yellow rock that's in the top of the 12-foot circle. And this is the mate, Julia Hunter's throwing this rock. They call for sweeping right away. Looks like a good shot from our vantage point. Looks like a great shot, rolled in behind the guard, just exactly what she asked for. A little bit wider, and she might have got a double at the back, but that rock's behind the tee line, which is not really going to give her a problem. Erica Cluff now has got to try and move these yellow rocks and clear a path to the 4-foot. Looks like she's asked her mate Ashley Cormier if she'll make a path here. Here the rock comes. She's asked for sweeping here. She's got to hit this rock somewhere off the center to get both of those rocks out. Looked like a great shot. She's eliminated one, and the other yellow rock is still in the open, and they're sitting 3 blue rocks. So Samantha Crook's got a decision to make here. She's got to get rid of some blue granite here, or she could be giving up some of those points back that she just got in the last end. She's indicated she wants to take a rock out that's in the back of the 8-foot circle. With a delicate weight shot here. Calling for lots of sweeping. I don't know if it's going to get by or not from my vantage point. Looks like she's going to tap the guard. A bit of an advantage for her. She tapped the blue guard over to guard her own yellow rock. But it's still accessible for the Erica Cluff team. The mate, Ashley Cormier, is going to have probably can see at least half of that rock from the other end. She's going to try and tap it out, and that will leave the Erica Cluff team sitting 4. We'll see in a moment here, folks, whether this is going to pay off for her. She's called for sweeping right away. Rock, it looks like it's curling a bit. It's going to be close by the guard. I think she's going to rub the guard, but she might rub it into the house. We'll see. They tend to the ice. When the ice gets a little towards the end of the game here, we're in the 8th end, the ice will tend to flatten out a little bit. The pebble on the top where they sprinkle the ice with water to make the surface that the rocks ride on, it will tend to flatten out a little bit at the end of the game, and the rocks will tend to curl a little bit more. So they have to pay attention to that and maybe take a tad more ice than what they would normally take to throw the same shot. Samantha Crook has gone down the other end of the ice to try and eliminate a blue rock here that's on the right-hand side of the 12-foot circle. She wants to try and get number 2 shot out of this, and that will keep Erica Cluff from getting more than 1 point this end. Rocks coming down, they're sweeping it hard. Now they've let off, looks like it's going to be a good shot. Back on it again. She's going to roll in for number 1 rock at the 4-foot circle around the 4 o'clock position as we look at it. Nice shot. Eric is now going to try and come down and just maybe tap that rock back a foot or 2 and make to Samantha what she wants to do next. She's not taking much ice here. I don't know if that rock will. Hope it doesn't in. On her. We're in the 8th end. 2 rocks left here. Last rock coming by Erica Cluff. She's a little tight, I think, with this one, a little narrow. She might be a little heavy. She came a little narrow and tapped her own rock back, and I think the yellow rock is still number 1 with the blue rock at the back of the 4-foot circle. Number 2 rock. So Samantha Crook has a decision to make here. She's got to determine whether she wants to guard her own rock or she really doesn't disturb her rock. She only has an inch or 2 to play with there. She's indicating she might want to rub her yellow rock at the top of the circle out of the way. Coach is indicating a timeout here. Decision-making time in the 8th end of the game. It's crunch time here, and take a little bit of advice from the coach, and he'll go out and give them all the options that they have to. She's got a bit of a lead, so to give up a point here wouldn't be the end of the world. We're coming to you live here from Curl-Moncton at 80 Lockhart Avenue. My name is Bill Justison. I'm here with my wife Carol. We're bringing you this broadcast live from Curl-Moncton here. It's the New Brunswick Under 21 Ladies and Men's Championships. We're at 80 Lockhart Avenue, and we are more than welcome to come down and watch some of the great curling. We start again at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and I want to throw a shout out to our sponsors. The lead sponsor for the Bonspiel is Papa John's Pizza. We want to thank Modern Construction, and we also want to thank Shoppers Drug Mart and also Bob Lee Productions for helping out put this Bonspiel on. And none of it would be possible without Bell Alliant TV One, who's doing the broadcasting tonight. And shout out to all the volunteers, the people who work here at the Curling Club. There's an amazing amount of volunteers here. You can't have bonspiels like this without the volunteers. All the parents chip in, and we have timers and scorers and statisticians and TV people and the people that do, people that clean the building, the people that run the bar, all those people that work at the Curling Club. The vast majority of them are volunteers who put their time in on a Saturday night that's coming up close to Christmas, and it's appreciated by the athletes out here. So thank you to all the volunteers. We are live, and the Samantha Crook team is going to make her last shot here in the 8th end, and it looks like she's going to try and attempt a draw back to the blue rock that's at the back of the 4-foot circle and really put the pressure on Erica Cluff to get a point here this end. Rock's coming down the ice. The sweepers will guide it into the ice. She's had very good draw weight this game, so it looks like it's coming over, maybe coming over too far. It's really starting to curl. Might be flattening out a little bit. She's got to bump this yellow rock a few inches if she wants shot rock out of it. She looks like she is a few feet light. Now Erica Cluff has got to come in through that little hole on the right-hand side and move this yellow rock that's at the 4 o'clock position on the right-hand side of the 4-foot circle. She's got to move that, in my estimate, about 6 inches to score 2 points and get back in this game. Yeah. We have an update over on sheet 6. The Lewis team is up on the Marin team 4-1 now, and they've stolen. That means get a point when you don't have last shot. They got a point in the 5th end, and then they 6th end, 7th end, and 8th end against a very good Liam Marin team. And so Lewis's team is playing well over there tonight. I can't see the scoreboard on sheet 7. I believe the score is still 6-4 for Donovan over Robichaud. Not sure whether that's, I believe that's correct. Here comes the last shot by Erica Cluff. They're really sweeping this shot. She's got to come through that hole and tap that yellow rock. And it looks like this rock is curling and may over curl. I don't think they're realizing the ice is flattening out a little bit. Oh, that rock is just over curling. Both of the last 2 rocks, folks, have came up a little bit light and curled a little bit too much. So the 1 blue at the end of this. So 1 blue for Erica Cluff. We're right behind the glass here, and it's hard to see which one was shot rock. We'll see when they put the score up in a second. No, it was 1 point for Samantha Crook's team. So now the score is 10-6. 10-6 going into the 9th end. So she's going to try and put a rock right in the circle and force the play right to the middle of the sheet, and try and play trade rocks for the end. Rock's coming to rest in the circle down there. We could right in the back of the 4-foot circle. Our magic camera here has got our TV monitor so we can see the other end of the ice. Erica Cluff's team is going to throw a corner guard up here and generate some points. She's going to try and throw one on the right-hand side of the ice as we look at it. She'll probably try and throw it halfway between the red hog line and the top of the circles, which will help her generate some offense, and she can try and hide some rocks behind that blue rock after it comes to rest. And on sheet 7, just got an update. It's now 6-5 on sheet 7 for Donovan over Robichaud. Very close game going on over there. Kayla Russell's throwing her second rock here, and she's going to try and guard up that yellow rock that's in the back of the 4-foot circle. And I would suspect that the Cluff team will ignore it and try and use their corner guard that they threw up there. Samantha Crook will try and throw all the rocks in the house and jam it up as much as she can and make it hard for the Cluff team to generate more than 1 point. She's got a 4-point lead, so I might even be tempted at this point in the game to throw some rocks through the house and make sure it's all wide open. These guys know their teams a lot better than me. They know what they're capable of. So Erica Cluff is going to move that rock that that Kayla Russell just threw and move it out of the way. Stick around on the side of the house. Looks like she's got a good shot coming here. Hit it straight back. Eliminated one of the yellow rocks. So we have a blue rock at the top of the 12-foot and a yellow rock in the back of the 4-foot. And looks like Samantha Crook has indicated she wants that blue rock that was just thrown out of the 12-foot circle. She's going to play mathematics, eliminate stones, and try and work her way home with the 4-point lead that she has now. And mission accomplished. She rolled that blue rock out of the house and rolled out herself. For her, the least amount of rocks in play will be a good thing for her. And Erica Cluff, I think, is going to throw. I don't know if she indicated a corner guard on the other side or whether she turn and she corner guard that's on the right and try and come behind it. Rock's curling, but it looks like it has enough weight. Sweepers aren't on it. The ice will tend to slow down a little bit quicker now towards the end of the game, so they have to keep an eye on these rocks. It's really curling hard. They're going to get on it now with the brooms and really push that rock over behind that guard. It was a good shot. She's into the 12-foot. She's partially undercover. Samantha Crook is now going to attempt either shot. If she can get the rock that was just or the guard, she'll consider this success. She'll play it on what they call the pro side and not be wide on this shot. And if she hits the guard, fine. If she hits the rock that's in the 8-foot, that'll be fine as well. She's got the guard, rolls over to guard her rock that's in the back of the 4-foot circle. Erica Cluff has got a decision to make, and she's indicated she wants her blue rock to stop just in front of that yellow rock that's in the back of the 4-foot circle. She'll worry about tapping it back a little further in another shot or two. Deanna McDonald's delivering this shot. Sweepers are on it right away. Might be a little tad light. They're off and on it. It's got to curl another foot or two. Rock's coming in. It might have been a few feet light on that shot, so the sweepers had to take it, and when they sweep it hard, it tends to keep it a little bit straighter. So I think Samantha Crook is now attempt a double takeover, try and eliminate those two blue rocks. She's asked Julia Hunter, her third stone, her mate, to put some heat on this rock and try and eliminate those two blue rocks. She's yelled whoa to the sweeper. She might be a tad wide, but it looks like she's going to make contact here. It's going to be a good shot. And she's hit both blue rocks. No, she's got them both out of play. It looks like they're both out of play. Great shot by Julia Hunter. Erica Cluff now is going to try and repeat the shot she just threw. Another 3 or 4 feet. Ashley Cormier is going to shot and try and have it land right in the 4 foot behind that yellow guard, nestled down to that yellow rock that's in the back of the 4 foot circle. They haven't put a broom on it yet. Might have been a tad heavy. Looks like it's going to slide through the house. That's probably a communication thing between players where one player threw the last rock, came a little bit light and said he'd better put a little extra weight on it, and lo and behold, it ended up a few feet too heavy. Now Samantha's team is going to eliminate rocks. She's going to eliminate the yellow rocks at the top of the house. She doesn't want anything in play here. She's going to take her own rock off the circle. She doesn't want anything in play. She'd be very happy to give Erica 1 or 2 points this end. Erica's already there with the broom. She wants a freeze to that yellow rock in the back of the 4 foot circle. Ashley Cormier will. On there, she's going to have to take a few feet of weight off it compared to her last one. She was just through the house with it. Looks like the sweepers have got a keen eye on it here. They're giving it a heading down towards the house. Looks like it's lined up good for a freeze if it has enough weight. Coming in just into the 8 foot circle in front of the yellow rock, but I think Samantha's still got to make a play on it. She wants to get rid of this rock, and even if she hits it back on the other yellow rock, consider it a good shot because she'll have rolled out of the way and the rocks will be wide open. Like I said, she won't mind giving up 1 or 2 points this end. Have a 2 point lead going into the last end. She'd take that on any day. She'll have last shot and with a 2 point lead. Here comes her last shot. She's going to try and eliminate that blue rock. Sweepers are on it. It looks good. Looked like she was right at the broom. She's going to make that blue rock disappear. Nice shot. Even moved the shot off the back of the 4 foot circle. She's line 2. Looks like Erica's going to attempt to tap that yellow rock out of the house and roll over in front of the other yellow, hoping that take a run at it and maybe knock it back on her own rock. Don't know if I would play that strategy. I might try and go right behind this yellow rock. But that's why they're out on the ice, folks, and that's why I'm in here. Besides the point that I'm way over 21, yes. Good thing my wife doesn't have the microphone in her hand. She made contact, yellow rock out of the way, but unfortunately, she still has a biter, possibly in the back of the house. So it must be out of the circle because Samantha would be probably attempting to take it out. She's gonna indicate she wants a draw on the right hand side of the house to sit to and force Erica Cluff to take 1 point in the 9th end. That would give the Crook team a 3 point lead into the last end of the game. And comfortable cushion. Chance to see if her draw weight is still good. Sweepers are on it right away. Try and make it to the house. They're working hard on it. The ice might be slowing down a little bit, so see if they make it to the house. Looks like she's made it, no problem, into the house. So she's sitting 1 and 2. That's going to force Erica Cluff to try and get 1 point this end. Mission accomplished for Team Crook here. We have an update on sheet 6. Marin has scored 1 point. It's now 4-2 after 9 ends. Going into the last end of the game. The score up is still in the 9th end on sheet 7, 6-5 for Donovan. We've got Erica Cluff's last rock coming here in the 9th end. She needs a draw anywhere into the 8-foot circle, and she'll have her 1 point. Sweepers are working hard on it. Working hard, trying to get it into the 8-foot. She's come up a little bit light, folks. 2 points for the Samantha Crook team. Looks like they're going to shake hands, folks. It's the victory for the Samantha Crook team. Final score is going to be 12-6 over the Erica Cluff team. So now the Samantha Crook team will advance to next game in the morning, and they will play the Justine Camo team. And if Camo wins, then they will be provincial champions. And the Crook team will have to defeat the Camo team 3 times tomorrow to be provincial champions. So be 3 games in a row. So first game, I believe, is at 9 a.m. in the morning. So folks are more than welcome to come on out down to Curl-Moncton at 80 Lockhart Avenue and curling in the morning. Signing off from sheet 9 here for Bell TV1 on Saturday night here. Thank you all very much for watching.